electricity. It surrounds us constantly and impacts all of our lives. So much that it would be impossible to imagine a life without it. And the reality is, that's the truth. When looking at electronics as a building material, their necessity quickly becomes clear for how we experience and interact with architecture. Much in contrast to other forms of building materials, electronics often go unnoticed. This is in despite of the major role that they play in the built environment. Unfortunately, due to the sheer number of materials used in the manufacturing of electronics and the complexities involved in their fabrication, there is an undoubtable level of unethical behavior at all stages of these supply chains. The buildings of today would be much different without the systems that we often take for granted, and these systems heavily rely on electronics. Not only are electronics responsible for lighting, HVAC, fire safety, and security systems, they also directly impact us on a much deeper and personal level. For instance, you're filled with a rush of anxiety from just momentarily being without your phone. One could speculate that humans may have already advanced to a cyborg-like entity due to how we view and experience electronics as an extension of ourselves. Relatively speaking, the very first electronics are fairly modern when considering the fact that humans have existed for over 300,000 years. Their adoption has rapidly altered society, and the advances in technology only continue to accelerate. To put this into perspective, we cannot imagine a world without a smartphone, a device created only a decade ago. This is further emphasized when looking at the emergence of artificial intelligence technology and how quickly it's being integrated into our lives. How will this impact global supply chains and society as a whole? Is there a way we can better construct buildings in time to mitigate what might feel like an impending doom? With the intention of trying to answer these potentially existential questions myself, I went on a journey to source a variety of outdated electronics to investigate their raw material properties and waste streams. Due to their commonality, I first chose to disassemble a laptop with the assumption it would contain a majority of the raw materials found in most electronics, but I would soon disassemble many, and many more products. Although most of what I found was indeed fascinating, either through how they function or just how they appeared, I became increasingly interested into the complex yet beautiful nature of circuit boards, the fundamental component of an electronic. This led me down the rabbit hole of the semiconductor, the most complex device humans have ever created. This exploration was extremely insightful, but it was much too complicated to tackle myself, and frankly, way too boring when you consider the extent you're able to repurpose old electronics due to the magnitude of materials and components within them. It was time to take a big step back and start making some cool shit. Oh no, I can't do this. Let's fucking go!
How we roll up and I can't control it, can't hold it, it's so nuts. I take a sip of that yak, I wanna fuck. I take a hit of that chronic, it got me stuck. But really what's amazing is how I keep blazing. Towel under the door, smoking to the days and puff and pass, don't fuck up rotate.